What's going on YouTube? Today's video is going to be a banger. You guys want to stick around for this? This might make you a lot of money. Now, we are going to be talking about the next stock that is super shorted that has potential to get short squeezed and short squeezed big. We have some new news and some new updates to support my claim and my thesis. So I'm going to give you guys my claim and my thesis. Do not copy this trade if you do not know what you're doing. I don't recommend you buy or sell anything. So if you need to, contact a financial advisor because I am not one. But before we get into it, my name is Tyler if you did not know, and if you are new to the channel, if you like investing and real estate videos, this is the channel for you. So I encourage you, hit the like button and the subscribe, and hit me down below with a comment on what you think about this short squeeze idea. If this stock opens up strong tomorrow or super down tomorrow, which I do not think it will, then I will be buying a position in this company and tracking it on this channel. Next company I'm looking at for a short squeeze is FuboTV. They hit a high of $62 December 22nd. They are a recently new IPO, and they have a very small float. FuboTV's float is only 54.47 million shares. Out of 54.47 million shares outstanding, publicly tradable shares, 75.24% of them are shorted. And if you know anything about shorting or short volume, that is insane. Anything over 10% is high, but Gamestop was just unusual to have over 100% of shares shorted. But 75% is still an insane amount. And I wouldn't be surprised if the hedge funds start to get a little jumpy and scared and start closing these positions to avoid a major short squeeze like GameStop. Because if you don't know exactly what a short squeeze is basically the hedge funds borrow shares, and then sometimes like GameStop, shares that don't actually exist. That's where you get over 100%. But they borrow these shares, they go and sell them in agreement, they will buy them back. Now, hopefully they would plan to buy them back cheaper than what they sold them for and keep the difference as profit. Now, when situations like GameStop happen, a lot of these shorts are not going to want to stay in their positions. And what that means is a lot of short like hedge funds and institutions, they will buy the shares back. That's why I said prior in the video that if we see a lot of buy volume come in Monday, that I will be making a trade on this. With all the short interest, if we can get some retail investors to start buying this, then the shorts are going to cover. It's going to happen, and we're going to get a short squeeze depending on how many retail investors buy and how long it takes for the shorts to start covering. I'm going to be watching the situation very, very closely because I want to make this a decent sized trade. But however long that takes is really going to be determinant on how big we're going to short squeeze. So if you guys made it this far in the video, now I'm going to tell you guys and show you guys what is giving me the strong conviction levels that I have right now for this short squeeze trade. Now, this article was just posted 3 hours ago. It says Robinhood narrows stock trade restrictions. It says Robinhood has narrowed its stock trade restrictions from 50 to 8 companies on Sunday, including GameStop, Cost Corporation, AMC Entertainment Holdings, Express Inc., Naked Brands Group, Genius Brands International, BlackBerry Limited, and Nokia Corp. And you know what's so great about this? There's nothing about FuboTV on here. No limitations, nothing. With a short interest that high and such a low float, and prior, like look at this, prior retail investor enthusiasm towards the company and even their long-term growth potential. Like, this stock is more than just a play, just a short squeeze. Like, this is actually something. Of course the market doesn't care about that, but look, it was already at $62. Like, guys, this is insane. They didn't limit this. It has a 75% short interest. This is a no-brainer for me. Robinhood, I just think they didn't catch on to this, where that is where we can make the money. I think this one legitimately fell through the cracks, and they're not going to be expecting this. I'm going to be watching out for Robinhood and what Robinhood is doing. If they restrict or limit FuboTV, then I think it's going to be very hard to get a short squeeze out of that, because just limiting how many shares. Yes, they do have a even smaller float than GameStop, so it can happen, and this can go crazy, and if it does, you definitely want to be in this one. Another thing to note when analyzing this trade and deciding if it's a good trade, I always like to use Google Trends. So when I Google Trends search Fubo stock, see, I don't even know how to say it, Fubo stock, you can see what is going on. Look at this. Look at this interest in this. If you don't know, going up is good. This is insane. This tells me that there's a lot more eyes on Fubo. And the last time it did this was when it hit a high of $62. Literally, it hit a high of $62 December 22nd. This is December 20th through the 26th. And now it is past where it even was, you know, the 20th to the 26th. So this right here gives me a slight degree of confidence, but if you mix everything else, I am pretty much 100% certain we are going to see an uptrend in this stock. Like I said earlier, if FuboTV opens strong, I will be making a trade on this. Now, how I like to trade these more speculative stocks, I like to trade them with options. You can do the shares too, but I like putting down a smaller amount and leveraging 100 shares for essentially the same return. A little bit riskier because you don't get the equity forever. They do expire worthless 75% of the time or more. Now, the way I would play this is a far out the money one, because this does have a very small float. So if you take GameStop, something like GameStop that went from a 1 billion share float to, I don't even know what it is now, like 25 billion. So it basically 25x'd from when I started really following it in the low teens, in the teens to like the 20s, somewhere around there is when I really got onto GameStop and started following it. Well, this has a $5 billion market cap. So to double, this would take the stock to $85 flat if it doubled to a $10 billion market cap. So if we're looking at a $20 billion market cap, yeah, we're looking at the $200 range. Now, do I think Robinhood will let it get that far? No, I don't think they're going to let it get that far, because one reason is Citadel, they are a transaction. They basically facilitate Robinhood's transactions, a good portion of them, and they are investors in Robinhood, so they have a mutual conflict of interest. Robinhood is not going to want their investors getting clapped. So the way I'm going to play this is probably the 2 week out contract. So not February 5th, February 12th, and I will probably, oh geez, they don't. Oh man, this is expensive, but I'll probably do these $200 calls and really play the momentum, because these can go crazy if you have good momentum. That is my full thesis around this trade and why I'm going to be making this trade. So like I said in the beginning of the video, don't listen to anything I say. Go research this stuff yourself. You might come to a different conclusion than I do and have a different opinion. So if you did get any enjoyment out of this video, learned anything, then hit the like button and the subscribe for me. Also, hit me down below what you think about this trade. If you've seen people talking about this trade, I don't know. I haven't seen any videos about it. I just found some compelling research when I broke it down and looked at all the sources. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to get out of here and peace out.